Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. So, this week, there isn't a great deal of news, but if you've hopped over to Edgington, which a lot of you tend to do, that's one of my more stable kind of series, you might have heard me discussing 2017, I guess, in general. I'm currently evaluating and considering how I can change up my content in 2017, how I can change up my release schedules, that kind of thing, because my release schedules are not effective. Way back when I did webcomics on a regular basis, and as well, kind of new things that I could do for actual content. So, for example, XCOM 2 is winding down, and I'd like to try and fresh up my content a little bit, because I've been doing like 3 different Minecraft series for the vast majority of this year, and it'd be nice to try and have a little bit of change, do an RP and something else perhaps, I don't know, an RTS possibly is an idea. But yeah, if you head over to there, or you can just drop down in the comments down below, I don't mind which, then you can leave suggestions on different things that I could play, and how I might be able to change my content up to appeal to a wider audience and whatnot, because the channel's getting a little bit stagnant, so it'd be nice it would be nice to shake things up. But otherwise, on to the schedule. On Thursday, it's Midnight Souls at 11 PM GMT over at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon. On Friday, it's Dungeon Maker as we face down the dragon. On Saturday, it's XCOM 2 as we enter, unpredictably, the final mission, and Dungeons & Dragonhat's Path of Steel at 9 PM GMT over at twitch.tv/thedragonhat. On Sunday, Fox Team Alpha heads into Overwatch to check out the new heroes and the new hero changes. On Tuesday, Edgington reviews your suggestions for changes and Yoke Dwarves Live number 66, where we happen to be hopefully working with a functional inventory, is at 9 PM GMT over at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon. Lastly, on Wednesday, we have an episode of Spring Rounds, where we get an interesting visitor. And on to the questions. So, as always, these are drawn from the comment section of the preceding video. So, if you happen to have any questions for the next one, leave them down below in the comment section. Our first question of the week comes from Aragon Lake, with a fairly appropriate question. Will there be a draconic dungeon? It's a tough question, actually, because if I give people access to the end, then they immediately have a very replenishable and reliable source of ender pearls. Ender pearls can really break how people navigate dungeons, so I need to be careful with that. But, on the other hand, fighting the dragon is a pretty, different affair nowadays, so it actually would serve decently as a boss in and of its own right. I just have to, add a few more tweaks to it to make it work even better. But every time the dragon dies, it drops an end portal, so that's something to be concerned about. There might be access to eggs. It's a controversial subject, suffice it to say. So there might be a draconic dungeon. I'm not ruling it out yet, but I'm not currently certain exactly where I'd put it and how. Sid Striker 2000 asks, do you plan to have any more guests on your channel soon? Well, we just have one announced in the schedule, I guess. I do want to get to doing more stuff with Dave. I'd like to be doing more stuff with other people, because there's only so much I can achieve by myself on this channel doing these videos. So I don't have too many firmly nailed down right now, but yes, I would like to have some more guests on my channel soon. Lastly, Scott Davis asks, who would win in a battle between Doctor Strange and the Witch? Good question. I genuinely don't know very much about Doctor Strange. I haven't had a chance to go check out the new movie. But the Witch. Fighting the Witch is very akin to fighting an abstract concept, which you'd be better off asking H.P. Lovecraft, I feel. You can't really touch Doctor Strange without getting into some really weird stuff, but yeah. I almost want to say it'll be a draw, but on the other hand, Doctor Strange isn't immortal, so. And that's it for this week, so hopefully you've all enjoyed this little trip to the Airness Community Park, and I shall catch you all next time.